What up YouTube, it is your man Julio Greasy here with another video, and this video is kind of different from the rest of my videos because it's actually kind of an emotional video. If you guys haven't heard, which I guess is very hard unless you live in like Amish country or something, Robin Williams, a famous actor, comedian, passed away earlier this week, and with more and more results coming out, it shows that it was a suicide. And I was affected by this. You know, it hurt. Like it sucks to see an entertainer like pass. I never really take them too personally because not many of them have like directly affected my life so much. But it did come as a surprise, and then when I found out that it was a suicide, that was kind of something a little different, because you don't hear of many people taking their own lives. I mean, you hear of overdoses, and they don't know if that's intentional or not. But I haven't been really following the case too vividly, so I can't really tell you too much detail. But then my mom was talking to me the other day, and she brought up a point that someone said that a lot of comedians themselves have a lot of, most of their stuff comes from pain. Like, most of their material comes from pain, and it's a way of kind of like, getting away with the pain, dealing with it. It's a coping mechanism. And that really got me thinking, and that's why I wanted to make this video. Because as an entertainer myself, as which I guess people would consider a comedian, I can understand what they're coming from. Me, myself, I've definitely dealt with hardships throughout my life, and it's a lot easier for me to cope with things with laughter, with a fake smile, than being miserable. Like, for me personally, whenever I'm upset or whatever, I try to hide that because I'd rather pretend that I'm in a good mood and help someone else's day become really good. Like, if let's say I'm having a crappy day, I'd put on a fake smile and try to help other people have not such a bad day as myself, rather than just be upset and kind of like down their day a little bit. And a lot of my stuff does kind of come from coping with things as I grew up, being a heavier kid when I was younger, and still being slightly overweight. It's definitely a way to deal with all the things that you've heard throughout your life, because throughout life you're gonna meet not so nice people, and they're always gonna have something harsh to say. So for me to deal with such things, I'd make a joke out of it. I'd make a joke out of any personal problem I'm having in my everyday life, just because I don't want to fully address the situation, because it's easier for me to laugh it off than to kind of delve into like the details of certain situations. And it definitely helps deal with some things, but some things you just can't laugh off. Like, there are many situations in which I've coped by making jokes. However, it didn't really help me too much. Like, it kind of made it a little worse, just because like I felt like I was kind of kidding myself that I actually was okay with what was going on, and that wasn't the case. Like, I know it was actually like a really deep-seated kind of thing. And I totally agree with the statement that a lot of comedians use the sad things in their life to make other people happy. And I think it helps both the comedian and the people around to, like, it teaches you how to deal with things. It teaches you that not everyone's life is, picture perfect like they have in like children's stories and stuff like that. It's definitely a tough pill to swallow, knowing that, people, like, even though comedians do entertain you, there can be very sad people, like, and that's kind of what Robin Williams' death kind of showed. That, like, no matter how funny you act on stage and how much laughter you bring to the world, that doesn't necessarily mean that you yourself are filled with laughter. You yourself are filled with the happiness that you've given to other people. And I can understand where that comes from, because it happens to me sometimes. I'm not saying I'm gonna kill myself, because I am in a good place. It's just there are moments in your life where you feel like there's not much that you can do. And when a comedian kind of loses that hope, because comedians are like the last people you think of committing suicide, because, you know, they're supposed to be the happiest people in the world. It kind of hits hard that, like, no matter how much happiness they brought, they couldn't bring it to themselves. Like, you know, like, it's kind of it's a bitter pill to swallow. Like me, I get my happiness from making other people happy, and the fact that if I can't bring that happiness to me anymore, like, how much have I had to go through to kind of do that? Like, you know, I'm sorry for like the you know, mellow tone of this video. Usually it's a lot more, you know, amped up or whatever. But it's just a serious topic that I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people do have thoughts, suicidal thoughts, and I don't know if I've addressed this fully, but people that have had these thoughts, please seek out someone for help. Anybody, parent, friend, therapist, you know, I don't know the suicide hotline number, but you should definitely seek help before you take any immediate action, because, you know, you may not think it's worth it, but your life is worth it to somebody somewhere, like, you know. And even though you might think all hope is lost, there's probably some hope for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Grease out.